Hello Yogans, this is Amanda Shepherd Yoga and welcome to Play Along Practice. This week I did have a special request for a back bend, so that's what we're going to work with today. It's a little chilly, so I'm going to start with the sweatshirt on, but usual props, you're going to have a blanket, a couple blocks and a strap over there. I don't know if you can see that. And a strap, any kind of strap will do. You want to make sure that you are physically prepared and capable of doing a strong practice. So make sure that you're medically sound, and let's get started. All right, I'm going to start by inviting flexion and extension into the spine just from a seated position. So sitting up nice and tall, allowing sits bones to ground, crown of head to sky. Just let yourself breathe. Can you just check in with yourself and make sure that you're allowing your practice to be an internal cultivation, so you can really listen to what's going on inside. It's nice to notice the things that are going on around you from the outer senses, from your outer sensory perceptions, but why don't you kind of acknowledge any noises, traffic, or media in the other room or something. See if you can let that go and allow yourself to let that be in the background, but really draw your attention to the internal workings. So as the breath moves through the body, not only does it have a movement like a wave, but it also has a sound. You might notice other sounds in the body. What are they telling you? And see if you can even the breath out. Allow yourself to explore all aspects of the breath, including the space between your inhale and exhale. Take 3 more breaths like this. Gently open the eyes, and I'm just going to start with some extension and flexion here. So as I exhale, I'm going to flex the spine so it's like a cat, rounding in, and inhale, extend. And you can move with your breath as fast or slow as you like, and we're going to do 10. Exhaling into flexion. Sitting up nice and tall, allow yourself to invite a twist, moving to the right, and then moving to the left. Back through center, switch your feet if you're sitting cross-legged. Give yourself a couple breaths to center, and then again, exhale is going to take you into flexion. Inhale, extension. We're going to do 10. Sitting up tall, twisting to the left first, and then to the right. And I'm going to take my blanket out of the way and just start to find my all fours, setting up for tabletop so we can just fight some cat-cows. All right. Just gonna move these over. Extend your shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and just allow yourself to do that same movement, but from here you can make it bigger. Right, so move into like spinal rolls. And let your sits bones draw together. Maybe tuck the toes. Adho, mukha, svanasana, downward facing dog. Shaking your head yes and no. Invite some spinal rolls here. My next inhale, I'm going to come to vrksasana variation, just reaching that left arm to sky. And I just want to notice the ribs, right? They're lifting up. I want to draw them in, so I'm nice and strong. Nice deep inhale here. As I exhale, I'm just going to twist. Hand comes underneath, inhale to sky. Maybe 5. I'm going to reach that arm overhead, pivot the heels and float that right leg. Nice deep inhale here. As I exhale, I'm going to bring the hand down and let the shin come to the floor and turn those right toes out. Kickstand the left shin if you need it, and reach that right arm up and around. Pinjalasana prep. Breathing here. Let your right shoulder head come forward and reach the arm behind you. And then I'm going to switch my hand to go underneath. Nice deep inhale here. I'm going to bring that right shin down and just thread the needle. Right arm coming through, left arm's going to reach forward. Draw your left tricep towards your face. Maybe give yourself a butterfly kiss on that tricep. And then if you like, any variations, reaching that left leg back. You can reach that left arm up and around. Heel towards the outer hip to open the quadriceps. And then kick the foot into the hands. Maybe see your toes. And I might switch my hand grip to come underneath. Just playing with different variations. Puppy pose. Belly into the spine. Really reach out through the front of the body, but keep your hips right over the knees. All right. So you want to keep this. Maybe just the forehead and nose for the first one. You can let your hands go wider if you like. Forearms to floor, tuck your toes. Forearm plank. Keeping your tailbone long, and then let the quadriceps come down. Finding your Sphinx pose. Inviting the pubic bone to the ground as you keep the belly in. Let your glutes relax, so much more comfortable for the low back. I'd imagine you can get a little shimmy in there. Lengthening the front of the body any amount. Maybe even coming down and walking your hands in. Coming up again. Keep your elbows in. Exhale, come on down. I'm going to take my hands next to my low ribs, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Anything you like, any way you want to move. And find your spinal rolls, let it get bigger. Vrksasana variation, allow those ribs to drop in so you're long on all four sides of your waist. And then 5 twists, reaching underneath. Inhale, palms up, exhale, twist. 3, 4, 5. And I'm gonna float that left leg, breathing here. Bring the right hand down and let the right knee come down, turning the left toes out. And reach that left arm up and around, kicking the foot into the hands. Check out your toes. And I'm going to switch the clasp, grabbing the ankle underneath just to have a different variation. Nice deep inhale here. Shin comes down, left arm reaches out to the side and underneath, threading the needle. Right hand forward. Let this be a twist. Invite that action. Let your right shoulder blade, so the top one, reach towards the floor. And right heel might glide back. Maybe inviting some variations. Heel towards the outer hip to open the quadricep. Kick the foot to the hinge. Check out your toes. Maybe switch the clasp underneath. Gently release. Inviting puppy pose, maybe it's a little deeper, maybe you're on your fingertips. And gliding out through, forearms down. Quadriceps come down first. And then walk it in. Now, if you like, got blocks here. It's a really nice way to light up the erectors. It's passive, but you'll still feel them working. You can use 1 block or 2. Pubic bone still on the floor. Closer the blocks are into your rib cage, the more you're going to feel it. Spread the collarbones, keep your belly in, and then relax the glutes. Good, nice deep inhale here. I'm coming out. We're just going to open the delts. So you take your left hand down, right arm goes through. Your shoulders are very open. The left arm's going to go across like an X. That's not me. You're trying to square your chest to the floor. You want to feel this on top of your right deltoid, so right on top of the shoulder. Don't choke yourself. Let your left forearm come to the floor and reach the right arm out anywhere between 12 and 3 and roll onto that right side body. Opening up pectoralis minor. Left foot behind you, maybe both legs. Back through center. This time I'm going to take my hands out to the side. Asta Banda with the hands, so fingertips on the floor, palm is lifted, elbows straight out from the, like a gym style push-up, right? Straight out from the shoulder. Keep the belly in and just invite some spinal rolls. Exhaling to flex up and inhaling to extend down. And hold here. Soften the shoulders. Anything you want with your head as far back as you like. Draw your ribs back, right? Come on down. I'm going to take the right hand to the floor and reach the left arm out and through. Find your delt right here. Pull your hands towards the mat. So back bends are my nemesis poses. Personally, they are a full body experience, so even if you're like me and they're not your favorite, there'll be something for you in this practice today. You can let your forearm come down, reach that left arm out to the left. Anywhere between 12 and 9. Right foot behind you, maybe both feet. Breathing here. Back through center. Hands next to your lower ribs, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, adho mukha svanasana. Downward facing dog, pedaling out the feet. Letting some energy towards the back of the body. Take pressure off your wrists. Shake your head. And inhale, come on forward to that vrksasana variation. I'm going to reach that left arm up and over. And this time as I exhale, I'm going to draw that right knee to my chest and then grab the foot. Breathing here. Try not to fold over the leg. Keep your sternum extending. Nice deep inhale here. As I exhale, I'm just going to step it up and let the left knee come down and reach those toes away. Your hands to the thigh, breathe into the back of the body. Everything draws back, whole torso is drawing back. Let your shoulder blades lift that heart right up into the sun, maybe even behind you for some of you. Fingertips towards the earth, and then take your hand to your right thigh. Draw the rib cage back, draw the whole torso back, shoulder blades lift you up, and then reach back. Look back, see where you found. Nice deep inhale here, sink down into the hips. As you exhale, left arm's gonna reach up and over. Turn the right toes out, inviting Kapotasana, lizard pose. Strengthen it. Let's tuck the toes from that back foot for a few breaths. And you can even reach back with the heel a few times. And then find stretch. Sink in. You lengthen the front of the body as you keep the knee and toe in the same line on that right side. And then either left palm or forearm to the floor. You're gonna reach that right arm up and around and bend your left knee. Heel towards the outer hip. Feel the quadriceps open. Maybe draw the sternum away from the pubic bone. To allow yourself to really feel that stretch all the way down through your knee, through the whole quadricep. You can even go side to side. And I'm going to grab the outside edge of the ankle, kicking the foot into the hand, leaning back a little more, finding a back bend, and then take it to the inside. Nice deep inhale here as I exhale. And take that hand down. And then I'm just going to heel toe that right foot in towards the left. Just inviting a pigeon prep. I want to scoop that belly in, reach the rib cage back, walk my hands in, nice and tall. If you need a blanket or something underneath your right hip, go ahead and put that there. And then I'm just going to do some spinal rolls. Exhaling up, inhaling down. Next time I extend forward, I'm going to let my hands go with me. I might grab my strap. I might not want it yet, but I'm gonna walk my hands in. Make sure I'm supported, finding that lift in the perineal floor, really inviting that energy through the center line, through the sushumna line, so you're engaging from the inside out. Nice active back bend, reach your hands away. And I'm going to take my right hand forward. I'm going to bend my left knee. I might let my right heel come in a little bit. I'm going to bend the left knee and just see if I can bring the heel towards the outer hip and open the quadriceps. Right? I'm going to kick the foot into the hand. I might even reach back. Find both hands. Breathing here. Exhale, gently let it go. And move it back. Maybe reach that right leg behind you. Doing some hip circles. Looking over under that left arm. See if you see your toes. Keep the left heel down. You can reach the right arm up and maybe see if you can find the ankle. Maybe allow yourself to explore the other grip. Breathing here. Through vinyasa. Inhale, cobra up dog. Exhale, let's take a child's pose and draw back. Notice a difference in your sides. Walk your hands over to the right. Just going to open up the left side body. And play with your shoulder here, maybe lifting it up and rolling it down. Then left hand to the middle of the mat, right hand stacks on top. Push down and pull back. Walk your hand over to the left, opening up the right side body, really engaging the hand into the floor to allow that to happen. And right hand to the middle of the mat, left hand stacks on top. Push down, wrap your triceps down, find that isometric movement. And let your hands separate. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back, adho mukha svanasana. Pedaling out the feet, do whatever feels good. Belly button to spine, shoulders over the wrists. Find your vrksasana variation. Draw the left knee into your chest, grab the outside edge of the foot, and see if you can keep the sternum lengthening. And then step that foot up. And you're just going to allow your right hand to come down. Let the right knee come down. Finding a low lunge. Sitting up for Anjaneyasana variation. Take your hands to the thigh. And breathe into the back of the body. Scoop the belly back. Shoulder blades lift the heart, inhale, palms to sky. And a few times. Fingertips towards the floor, and then take your left hand to your thigh. Just gonna pull the skin down as you draw the body back. Open again, and just let your right arm come out to the side. Maybe look back. And then you're gonna come on forward. Allow those left toes to turn out. Setting up for your variation of Uttanapusthasana. Lift the, tuck the right toes, reach the right heel back, and engaging that right leg. Just reach your heel back a few times to open the calf a little bit. Then let the knee come down and allow yourself to really dive into your pose if that's what you want today. Inviting some more stretch in. Toe and knee are in the same line, right? Left hip is scooping under energetically. I'm going to walk my hands in. And I'm going to keep my forearm, elbow underneath the shoulder, and reach that left arm up and around. It's much more accessible with the straight arm on that right hand or using a block. Heel towards the outer hip. You can even roll side to side a little bit to get into that quadricep a little bit more. I like to draw a little bit of a posterior tilt so the front of the body could open a little bit more lengthwise. At least it feels like that. And then I might take my hand to the inside, leaning back. And I might take my hand to the outside, leaning back. Then as I exhale, I'm going to come on back and heel toe that left foot over towards the right and invite my pigeon prep. If you like something underneath that left hip, go ahead and place it there. And take your time, there's no rush. Rolling right inner thigh to sky, I'm going to walk my hands in, keep the belly scooping, breathing here, exhale, down, inhale, lift. Exhale, come down, inhale, lift, find your spinal rolls. And third time, you're going to let yourself dive in. Try and relax into the pose. So let the hips, just the shape itself is going to open the hips. So the rest of the body doesn't need to be rigid. Just let yourself ease in. You roll that inner thigh and the right leg a little bit. How does this feel from the inside out? Slow the breath down. 5 nice slow breaths. And walk your hands in. Scoop the belly, draw the ribs back. Right, so I do this in a way, there's different schools of thought, but some people allow the spine to find its kind of tilty points quickly. I don't like to do that. I like to try and let the discs of the vertebra be more neutral, or as neutral as I can get them, drawing back and then open up. Maybe an active back bend. Take your left hand down. You can let your heel come a little closer to the groin. Rolling that right inner thigh to sky. And reach back, kicking the foot into the hand. Actually, I'm going to draw the heel towards the outer hip first. And kick the foot into the hands. Switch my clasp. Trying to keep my ribs squaring. And then notice I'm going to try and integrate the left arm into the socket and then reach around. Maybe find both. Lifting up. Gentle release. And reaching that left leg to sky. Anything you want to do with that leg. Maybe keeping the right heel down and reaching. It's not Shavasana because the back heel is on the floor facing straight back. I might try and change my grip. Oh, that's hard. Breathing here. Through vinyasa if you want one. Exhale, child's pose one more time. Walk your hands over kitty corner. Let your left hand reach towards the top of the, just right, middle finger right towards the corner of the left hand right towards the corner of the right mat. And just let your ear rest. It's going to open serratus anterior very directly. Your chin rolling the sky. Good, back through center. Let's just bring the knees together. Vrksasana. I want you to reach your left arm forward, palm up. Draw the arm bone into the socket. And touch yourself on the back. Pat yourself on the back. Find the elbow, make some resistance and soften. And we're just going to reach around for mukha arms. Try to keep the integrity of your spine here. Good, gently release. It comes so that you're on your shins. Bring your hip points in. So hip points go in and then just lean back. Not a back bend. You want a straight line like you could roll a ball right down the front of your body. Just strengthening the quadriceps. Go back a little bit more. Use your toes to help you stabilize. A little bit more. Good. Come back through center. Let's find adho, mukha, downward facing dog. Through vinyasa. Exhale, child's pose. Take your right middle finger and let it aim directly at the corner, left corner of your mat. And just turn your ear, chin way up. Push down and pull back with this hand, and you should feel the engagement right at this, right underneath where the shoulder blade and ribs are, outer ribs. Breathing here. Good. Back through center, you're going to find Vajrasana. Palm faces up, that right arm. Draw the arm bone into the socket. Pat yourself on the back. Knit your ribs together, make some resistance and soften, finding a PNF. Allowing yourself to feel where any spinal anomalies are, right? If you have a side that lifts up a little bit higher, maybe allow yourself to draw the other ribs out to the side and straighten out your hips, right? If you have a tendency to jut your head forward, draw the head back. Your set left arm out to the side, go Mukhasana arms, don't worry about touching. A lot of people use a strap here. I don't use it because sometimes you grip too hard and you can force your shoulders and you don't need to. But if you like to use one, do it. Your practice. Gently release, come on out. And come up, and we're just going to start to strengthen the thighs one more time. Draw your ribs in, lean back, use your toes, right? Top of the feet on the floor. Nice and strong. Left arm under right, Urdhva arms, keep the legs. Switch the arms. Come on up. Take the hands down, tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back. Adho, mukha, downward facing dog. And just bring yourself to the front of the mat any way you like to. Inhale, extend the spine, exhale, fold. Shake your head yes and no. And Urdhva Dhanurasana, exhale, Namaste. And up. Now that we're probably well into practice, only 36 minutes in, let's do some Surya Namaskara. Reach those arms up. Invite a backbend of your choice, doesn't need to be big. Exhale, dive, inhale, extend. Inhale for your backbend, exhale to down dog. All four sides of the waist nice and long. And toes to touch. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. Set your gaze. Right. And allow yourself to come forward. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. I like wrist circles to come up. Urdhva Dhanurasana, little back bend. Exhale, Namaste. Keep it going. After your fifth breath, you're going to line it up to come to the top of the mat. And I like to come up when the body's empty of breath. Keep your arms straight. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, fold. Urdhva Dhanurasana. Low back bend, Namaste. Do two more at your pace. Notice your patterns, right? I always do my feet wrong for that transition. Not wrong, but just not the most optimal. And last one. technically you're supposed to go back, top and back. Urdhva Dhanurasana, adho Dhanurasana. All right, I'm going to keep our down dog in this one. And belly button to spine, shoulders over the wrists coming on forward. Hover that right leg and bend the right knee. Imagine you're bouncing a ball on the sky. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As you exhale, give the knee a smooch and step it up next to your thumb. We're going to take your hands to your thigh, bend that back leg, draw the ribs back, arms to sky, and we're just going to strengthen the back leg. You're just going to reach the heel away and rebend the knee. This leg stays still. 2, 3, 4, 5. Drawing back, take your right hand to your thigh, lengthen the back of the body, then let your arms grow. Keep reaching, 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 reaching. And maybe let your left hand come down and see where you find. Pat yourself on the back. Nice deep inhale here. As you exhale, simple twist. Left arm down, open up to the side. And a vrksasana variation. Right foot can be in front of your belly button. Maybe if you want, you can line up the knees and bounce that ball. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then let your right hand come down. From here, you're going to try and roll your right inner thigh to sky. So you're in a three-legged dog. Toes towards the top of your head. Scoop the belly, belly to spine, shoulders over the wrists. Chaturanga Dandasana with the arms, chest comes down. Bend your left knee. Take it to your right leg. And you can straighten the right leg if you want. You can keep it bent. And then from here, come on up. Shins to the floor. You're going to scoop your belly in. Come on up. Ustrasana. Keep the hips forward. Any arm variation. Right. Come on up. Plant your hands, tuck the toes. Through vinyasa if you want it. Adho Dhanurasana. All right. Belly to spine, shoulders over the wrists. Roll your left inner thigh to sky. Bounce a ball on the sky. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Knee gets a smooch. You're going to step that left foot up next to your thumb and take your hands to your thigh. Bend your right knee so you can line it up. You want a right angle with that front leg if you can do it. Draw your ribs back. You can also keep the knee behind. If your femur's really long, it might go forward, but breathing here. And then I'm just gonna reach that right heel back, right? 5, I wanna keep the left leg the same. 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw the ribs back. And reach back. Anjaneyasana. Maybe let your right hand find a spot in the leg. And then nice simple twist. Right arm down, left arm to sky. Vrksasana variation. Coming onto the outside edge of that right foot. You can plant that right foot to the floor. Left foot in front of your belly button, plenty of work. If you want, you can stack the knees and bounce a ball behind you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That left arm go overhead. Three-legged dog, keep that left leg bent. Draw the toes towards the top of your head. Try not to let the knee reach out to the side. Belly to spine, shoulders over the wrists. Chest comes down. Right. You can straighten that left leg if you want. And then set yourself up, shins to the floor. Lining up for ustrasana. As you exhale, tap the hands, tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back. Plank pose. Bend the right leg, bounce your ball. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Flex the spine as you smooch the knee. Lining up for your high lunge. Anjaneyasana, reach that left heel. Keep reaching back. Let your left hand find a happy place. Maybe look back. As you exhale this time, a little deeper twist. Elbow to the outside of the knee. Any variation with your hands. You can even reach around for a bind if you want. And look up. I'm going to look down. And I'm going to heel toe. That right heel over towards the left. I'm going to bring the heel in pretty close to the groin. Roll my left inner thigh to sky and walk my hands back in. Breathing in. Now you can stay with the passive back bend. The hands on the floor. Pigeon prep. Active back bend. And then right hand's gonna come down. I'm gonna take my strap, tuck the left toes, reach the heel back, roll that inner thigh up. And then as I come down, I'm way on the quadriceps. Bend that knee and reach around. I use a strap here. Those of you who are super bendy, you might not need it. So the toes are gonna turn out. Toes are turning towards the left side of my mat. What I'm trying to do, if you don't want to strap, you're going to reach underneath and grab the big toe side of your foot. That doesn't work for my shoulder, and I know it doesn't. So I'm going to stay here. I'm going to hold the strap in my hand like I have a tray, and then I'm going to let my elbow come forward, my mukha arms. See if I can grab the loop. Reach that arm to sky. And I'm going to reach the right arm up as well. I'm going to draw the ribs back and then let the shoulder blades lift. Right? What is this? Kapotasana, kapotasana. Gently release. And I'm going to take that out. And then from here, I'm going to reach that right leg to sky. I might open the hip. Then I'm going to turn the toes up. Belly to spine, shoulders over the wrists, and I'm going to come on forward. Bend those elbows back, let my chin drop down. Breathing here. All right, and this time, when I come up onto my shin, I'm going to let the right knee come to the floor. I'm going to walk my hands in. And I'm going to reach back. I'm just going to see if I can keep the belly scooping in, lifting the heart. And I just might see if I can scooch the toes into my elbow. Palm faces out, and then maybe mermaid. Right? Coming on out. Come on down to your all fours. Maybe find a cat. Then I'm going to reach that left arm out to the side and twist, threading the needle. Come on forward, I'm going to tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. Shake your head, yes or no. Belly to spine, shoulders over the wrist, lifting that left leg, bounce your ball. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Smooch. Come on up. And coming into your high lunge, Anjaneyasana. All right. Maybe reach back with the back heel. I'm going to allow that right arm to reach behind me. I want to keep my foundation planted, maybe look back. And then I'm going to find my twist. All right, so Parivrtta, Parsvaksasana, revolved, extended side angle. And reach around with that left arm. And then if your fingertips find your belly button, you can fold, you can internally rotate the right shoulder, clasp and then straighten your arms. Keep leaning back the left shoulder blade. Maybe look up. And I'm going to unwind. Heel toe, that left foot over to the right. I'm going to bring the heel closer to the groin. That's definitely the setup I need for my Supported Brige kapotasana. You might need that too. Walk my hands in, scoop the belly in. Sitting up. Might keep it passive with my hands on the floor, totally fine. Want it more active, reach the arms away. And then left hand comes down. I like a strap. I'm going to find my strap. Tuck those right toes, roll that inner thigh in. Then I'm going to reach back. I want to see, even though I'm using the hand on the floor, I have a lot of foundation on the earth, if I can still find that lift through the midline of the body, right? Through the sushumna, going up to sky, allowing the perineal floor to stay engaged. So you're using your mula bandha to turn the toes out. Got my hand like a tray. I might grab the loop, so that definitely gives me more room. And then I'm going to bring the elbow out and forward and up. All right. Use that left arm. Trying to square the hips as I pull the belly in, ribs draw back, and then shoulder blades lift up. Breathing here. Exhale. I'm going to gently unwind. Do whatever you want with that right leg. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Breathing here, and I'm going to square. Come on forward. Oh, wait a second. Sorry, bring this leg down. Do whatever I want with that left side. Opening up in the square. Oh, no, wait. Sorry, always, something every time. The square, come on forward. Toes towards the head. Find my sort of chin stand variation. And then come on back. Now I'm just going to plant that right shin. And I'm going to keep the left heel in towards my sits bones. That's right. That's what we did. Coming on up to stand. I just need to set it up. So I want to be on top of the kneecap. This is definitely my harder side for this particular pose. Have a strap at the ready. Tailbones reaching down. Belly buttons in. Shoulder blades lifting. And I'm just going to try to get the toes into the elbow crease. The higher on the elbow crease, the better. Palm faces out. Reaching that left arm up and around, squaring the chest. And gently release. I'm going to come on down. Right arm reaches out to the side, thread the needle, drawing through. Walking that left hand forward. Okay. Coming on back, maybe finding a cat-cow. Just take a moment in vrksasana. One hand inside the other. I'm just going to check the time. 54, 58. All right. Hands come down. Let's see. Let's do that one more time, and then we'll move on to other things. We'll go a little faster though. So as you're breathing in your down dog, see if you can find that churning action of your belly. Not quite nowy, but a really strong engagement of Uddiyana Banda. And then with the belly button going in and out. Just a nice massage for the internal organs. I guess if you want to add your hips in, you could. And belly to spine, shoulders over the wrists. You're going to bounce your ball in the sky with the right foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get to smooch. Step it on up. And find your high lunge. Draw the ribs back. Anjaneyasana. Reach back with that left arm. Nice deep inhale here. As you exhale, invite your twist. And if you prefer the simple one, do that. All right? Once I find my clasp, I really want to use the arms to extend the spine as I twist. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna unwind. Heel toe that right foot over to the left and come on down to my pigeon prep. Heel in towards your groin. Have my strap at the ready, but I'm gonna bend this knee, turn the toes out, and then I want to try and reach to get underneath the big toe. It doesn't work for my shoulders, but maybe you can. But even if you're not there, right? It's the same work with the arms, same rotation. It's gonna go out to the side and up and over. Walk your hands back. Try your ribs back. Make a kapotasana. Exhale, take it out. Float that right leg to sky. Anything you want to do with the hip. And as I exhale, I'm going to find my chin stand variation. Right? Reaching back. I'm going to come to that left shin and plant right kneecap. And you can play with your, if you need to adjust, go ahead. Right? And then nice and long in that front of the body. I want to be engaged here. Opening up. Trying to square the chest. Keep the hips forward. Exhale, come on out. Right arm's going to reach out to the side. I'm going to thread the needle through. Using the twist to neutralize the spine. Try not to keep a back bend. You want to draw that out of the body. Leading back with the left shoulder blade. And back through center. You can take a vinyasa if you want one. You can go straight to down dog. If you're using this strap, you can switch it. Find your plank. Hover that left leg. Heel to sky. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Smooch. Step it up next to your thumb. And high lunge. Anjaneyasana. Reach that right arm back. Maybe check out where you found. And right elbow comes over that left knee. Reaching up. Maybe reaching around and finding that clasp. Straightening the arms. Right ribs moving towards the sky, coming through your left inner thigh. Gently unwind. You're going to heel toe that left heel towards the right. Find your setup. Walk yourself in. Pigeon prep. Maybe active. Then left hand's going to come down. I'm going to grab my strap then. I'm going to bend the right knee, turn my toes out, and find my hand set up. Elbow comes out to the side and up. Scoop the belly in. And reach back. Gently release. Do whatever you want with that left leg. And keep bouncing that ball in the sky. Draw the toes towards the top of your head. Chin stand proud. I'm going to come so I can set up for ardha ustrasana. Half wheel, or half camel. Breathing here. Adjust your clothes if they're sticking to you. See if you can snuggle in. The toes a little higher. Reach out with your right arm, draw that arm bone integrated. And maybe you find a clasp. Roll the ribs to sky. Gently release. Right arm's gonna reach through and thread the needle. Walking the left arm forward. Maybe you're a little sticky. All right. Come back. So that was fun. Let's find vrksasana. You take your hands to your knees, and we're just going to do that churning breath. So you get nice and tall. So you can't really see it because I have loose clothes on, but I'm going to empty the body of breath, and then I'm really going to draw the belly in, so it's almost like a churning action. Release when I need to inhale. And then I'm going to plant the hands, draw the knees to the chest. Just bring the feet through. We're going to counter a little bit. I'm finding that C curve. All right. Breathing here. Belly button's way into the spine. My hands away, and I'm just going to hover the right foot, and then let it hover, lift the left leg a little higher, just switching up. And I'm just going to keep the legs hovering. Come on up with a longer spine. I'm going to find genie arms. Sit up nice and tall. Toes just gently touch. 2, bring the knees toward your forearms. 3, 4, 5, switch your arms. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands forward. Navasana boat pose. Grab the right ankle. You're going to let your left heel hover. Nice deep inhale here. Scoop your belly. Slow. Keep hanging from the leg. And then when you're ready, let the shoulder blades come down to the earth. You can let your left heel come down. Try to integrate the leg bone into the socket. Just opening the hamstrings a little bit. Hover the left leg, keep the right leg where it is. You're going to reach your hands forward. Sternum to sky, Navasana boat pose. With the right heel hover, you're going to grab your left leg, scoop your belly, nice and slow. Let the right heel hover, spread the collarbones, and then gently try to keep your arms where they are, lengthening down. And again, hips, sits bones towards the top of the mat. You're trying to let the leg bone integrate into the socket. You can let your right heel come down eventually. Breathing here. Good, okay. Coming on up, so we're gonna find your blocks. And I'm gonna start setting up for supported back bends if you want, and then we'll take the supports away. So I'm going to take the first block medium height underneath my shoulder blades, right at the bottom tips of them, so that it feels awesome. Second block is behind the back of my head. You can do any variation with your feet that you like. I like Supported Brige here, because what we're going to do, we're going to go to vrksasana, so the knee is set up already. Arms overhead. Now you've opened the front and back of the body quite a lot, so this might feel super easy. You can just take the block out if that's you, and maybe just hold it. You can hold it the long way. So the short part of the block is facing the floor. I'm holding the long outsides, but with my fingers wrapped around the top of it. Nice deep inhale here. I'm gonna lift up and just reach that right leg long, find your twist. Vrksasana. Now if holding a block is too much, you can always sit up. Right, and lengthen out anima. I'm going to lift up, bring the foot back in, and gently roll. I'm going to flex over the block and then let myself extend. Nice deep inhale here, exhale. With your next inhale, bring the block to the sun, and then lift the chest so you can come to seated, Vrksasana. If you don't like holding the second block, you can always just reach it away. Okay. Exhale, rounding. Just be gentle where you fold over the block under the back. Couple breaths here. Arms to sky, exhale. Come on forward, maybe clasping the hands. Inhale, reach the arms forward, exhale. Drop up. And then last time, left side, left heel's gonna extend. Belly button over the knee. And reach those arms up. Then I'm gonna take block out from behind my back. I'm going to bring my feet to the floor, and I'm going to lengthen down. And I'm just going to lift the hips and place the block underneath my sacrum, medium height for me. Maybe you want it higher because you've worked a lot already. Maybe you want it lower because you're feeling that's what you need. It's all good. Belly's hollowed out, hip points are nice and high. And then I'm gonna have you take your hands and grab your aces, and then just start to massage. So my fingers are right on the inside of the aces, and I wanna go below the rectus abdominis, right, all the way underneath that to the transverse abdominis and even down to my psoas. Just give that a little massage. Now, if you've had a meal in the last 3 hours, this is gonna not work, so don't do it. Okay, you can let that go. And stay in a nice supported bridge pose. Or if you like, you can line your hands up, outer shoulder distance. I'm going to lift my heels. Tailbone towards the back of the knees. And come to the top of the head. Nice and light. Make sure your hair is not under your fingers. Push into my feet so the front of the body can lengthen. I have more room for the low back. And then straight arms and legs together, maybe bringing the feet down. Try to straighten your legs. And then exhale to come on down and be nice and gentle. Trying to find my position on the block. So you gotta move nice and easy and bring that back down. Now, if that was too much, you can take the block out, right? You come up one more time like that. Heels lift. Keep my elbows in. Lengthening the tailbone. Crown of head to floor. Root into your feet. And arms and legs lengthened together. I might draw that right knee in and reach the leg to sky. Bring that back down. Maybe bring the left knee in, reach that leg to sky. Bring that back down. And then as I exhale, being very mindful of how I set myself back on this block. All right, I'm gonna come on out. Gently lift, roll out. Drop the knees off to the right, back through center, drop the knees off to the left, back through center, might shake my wrists out. You stay where you are, I'm just gonna check the time. 1:20, okay. All right. And windshield wiper one more time. Draw my knees into my chest and do a couple low back circles as I do some wrist circles, or some, make little circles with my knees on the sky. I'm gonna try one more entry. I'm gonna reach my legs to the sky, reach the hands forward. Inhale, Navasana, bow pose. I'm gonna come to stand. I'm gonna try and play with dropping in from handstand. Do that as often as I used to. There's my Hawaiian flower. I'm gonna All right. It's a little scary. There, I might try it this way. Arms outer shoulder distance of arms, shoulder distance. Setting up your handstand, wrist, elbow, shoulder, palms down, gripping, forearms towards each other, biceps away from each other, triceps back in the room. And just find your pickup. Keep your arms straight. Going from here, I'm gonna find like a scorpion. Ooh. Back didn't want to do it. All right, try that one more time. Try the other leg. Reaching the legs through, over, drawing the chest through the upper arms. Then I'm going to push into my hands. And at some point, I'm just going to have to trust. And try to land nice and soft. Straighten the arms and legs. Lifting the heels, coming back down. That actually felt pretty good because the back's pretty warmed up. Just nervous about this space. So reaching through the toes, I want to keep my arms nice and straight. I'm going to push into them and let it drop over. Walking the feet in, I'm going to bend the knees, bringing the knees down. Oh, should have had a blanket there. And trying to come up, but it's just practice. I haven't done that in age. It's been a long time. I'm breathing here. Come on through. Rolling down. Drop the knees off to the side. Knees to chest. Couple low back circles. I'm just going to find a twist. Right knee over the left, bring your hips to the right, knees to the left. Setting up for Supta Ardha Matsyasana. Maybe binding it up. And back through center. I'm just going to make a number 4 to open that hip a little bit. Maybe if I can go mukha legs. And then take it to the other side. Hips left, knees right. Maybe bind up my Supta Ardha Matsyasana. Back through center. Keep the knees in. Trying to separate the shins more parallel with my Gomukhasana legs. And don't worry if the knees don't line up exactly, it's fine. You can do a number 4 too. And then I'm going to find a number 4. And let it come out. I'm just going to have this blanket nearby. I'll line it up so that the blanket comes so my knees can just flop right over it. And you can place blocks underneath your blanket as well. I'm just going to lengthen my tailbone. And I'm just going to try and find a nice relaxing breath here. I'm going to draw my attention back to the breath itself, allowing my sensory perception to notice what might be externally happening without letting it be a distraction, and instead allowing my energy, allowing my attention to draw inside to the energy. You might be feeling pretty vigorous after all those back bends. Let's see if we can calm it down. So with your next inhale, just breathe into the low belly. Hold. Allow the ribs to expand. Hold, and then breathe into the chest at the top. Exhale. Like a weight. Nice, easy breath. Inhale to the belly, hold. Fill the ribs, hold. Breathe into the chest, hold the top. Exhale like a wave. Nice, easy breaths. Inhale like a wave, hold at the top. Exhale, chest. Release the ribs. And belly button the spine. Hold the breath out. Release, inhale nice and easy, couple breaths. And then one last time, inhale like a wave, holding at the top. Exhale, chest. Exhale, ribs. And belly button the spine. Hold the breath out. And release, nice, easy breath. And let yourself drift into your Shavasana. wherever you are. In your breath cycle, begin to bring some awareness to the breath. Take a nice deep inhale in. Exhale through the mouth. Start to move the fingers and toes, knees to chest. Maybe pick a side of the body to roll onto. And when you're ready in your own time, make your way up to a nice comfortable seated position. Just got really chilly in here, so I'm gonna put my sweatshirt on. And I'm gonna thank you for playing along. I hope that this worked for your back bend needs. And if you have any suggestions of things you would like to do, please leave them in the comments. And I'm grateful for your support. Like and subscribe if it's interesting. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, and perfect peace. Namaste, yogins. Thanks for playing. Bye.